Christ. Let's witness someone nearly getting run over. Hi guys, welcome back to Parkrun Showdown, the series where I run and rate different park runs. Today we are in Malling Rec in Lewes. The weather is a lot warmer than last week. Yeah, last week it was pissing it down, wasn't it? And then the week before that it was red hot in the heat wave. I think we're in the middle ground now, somewhere here. So perfect running conditions for once. We actually got a decent run ahead of us. The course for this run, I think, is an out and back, and then out and back again along an old rail route. Yeah, should be interesting. I think it's fairly flat, but the power of 10 gave this course a 4.4. So I'm expecting a fairly middle of the road course today. So middle of the course weather, middle of the course track. We'll see how that plays out. I still haven't got my off-road shoes though. I'm getting them later. I might do a quick video showing them off. Actually no, I'll introduce them into the next video next week. You'll see that. Gonna crack on with a tempo pace for this run today. Need to burn off those calories because I've got loads of barbecues going on this weekend at different places. So got to earn that grilled meat. Got to earn it. But yeah, we'll crack on and let's get going. And they're off! As you can see, we have a new addition to the heads-up display, a lovely little map so you can follow at home. I finally got a new phone recently with enough memory to be able to hold the whole run video instead of having to upload it in chunks. So now you get to see more about the course and whereabouts I am along it. Oh, just a quick panic check there to ensure the camera is recording, as I don't think I heard it beep when I started. That would have been typical, running the whole course, just finding that nothing had been recorded. I would not have been a happy bunny. Up ahead comes a little slope. Poor lad there already walking. It's around a 4 to 5% slope, just there to weed out the weak from the strong. But yeah, no, it's fairly manageable for most. I had no problem at all, just powering up. Just an ever so slight drop in the speed there. Watch out for the massive duck. A cool addition, if maybe a slight trip hazard, especially if you were running in a larger group. You miss that coming up, I'd feel, and you'd go head arse over tip. And another park run, yet another buggy dad flying through. I swear to God I get overtaken by one each week. How they run at that pace while pushing a pram while I'm struggling on my own 2 feet, they're definitely made of something else. Right, we are 1 kilometre in, let's bring up that time board. So I've somehow managed to smash out a PB based kilometre of 4 minutes and 41 seconds. I know I said I was going to do a tempo run today, but it seems like I have scrapped that, thrown it out the window and turned it into a personal best attempt. Let's see how that one plays out. Reaching the first turnaround point here, and we see yet another highly official orange cone to mark it. A quick check over my shoulder to ensure no one is there, and I take a wide corner and someone just slipped straight through. But I'm in that, so I speed up and put that overtake back through. Guy passing on the right in red there, finally deciding to ditch his mate behind me and crack on a solo adventure. Until this point, they were behind me,
me puffing and panting, just having a full-on conversation as if they were on an easy Sunday run. It made me feel really happy about my fitness, so I'm glad now that I don't have to hear that, and I can now just concentrate on my own attempt. No, I'm not being attacked by a giant wasp, just some manic hand gestures to my fiancée on the other side of the path there, just to encourage her on. Go on, Gil! Shooting back down the slope, and the heart rate is looking a bit high for me. I need to find a way to bring it down or I will just poop myself out. 3 minutes 12? What are you playing at, boy? Nothing like a bit of gravity to speed you up. While we're here, we've also hit the 2 kilometre mark, and that last kilometre I did a 4-minute 43 kilometre. Definitely not a tempo pace, but a PB one. So let's do this. Find out at the end if I make it. The second turnaround point coming up now. This one looking more official than the cone, as it has a little turnaround symbol on it. Quick check over the shoulder, and I am not overtaken on this corner. Brilliant. Powering along that last bit of grass, and I will admit, I don't know if I was imagining it, but I found the grass to be a bit spongy, and that kind of took the pace out of my legs. I'm probably coming up with excuses here just in case I don't hit my PB though. By the way, if you are enjoying what you're watching, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also check out my other videos. It would be great if I could get monetized by the end of the year, so it would be excellent if you guys could help me reach that. Back to the top of the hill for the final time this run, and also the 3 kilometre mark. Let's bring up that time board once more. 4 minutes 47. A bit slower than the previous 2 kilometres, but still on pace for a PB. And also a quick high five from Jordan there, who I think was going for a PB, whom I think was also going for a PB too. I was overtaken a couple of times in that sped up bit there, and I can see why. My pace has dropped to 5 minutes 30. Can't be having that. Speed up! There we go, that's better. Hopefully now we can carry that through to the end. Round the official cone for the last time, which went swimmingly well. There was quite a large turnout today. About 168 people turned up, and this is also a fairly new course too. It was only around race number 55, I think, so it's still under a year old. Actually, it's his birthday next week. Taking the term tail walker quite literally there. Love it. I'm also loving that pace. Let's go, lad! Mr. 13.1 cruising through, and I think, sod this, I'm not having it, and I overtake Mr. Red Spine there just to put on a pursuit. It also helps drive up my pace as well, which is beneficial. Right, 4 kilometres down, 1 more to go, and it's a 4-minute 49 kilometre. Slower again, even with that pick up of pace earlier, but still PV worthy. And if I just knuckle down and dig deep, I have got this. What? No! So, my camera has decided to die at this exact moment. It was fully charged, I checked, and the only thing I could think of is that it needed an update before the run. So maybe a combination of trying to update and record has drained it. So annoying. I'm so annoyed. But hey, there's a happy picture of me after the run and the final kilometre time of 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Anyone playing Does Tom Get Overtaken at the end? Yes, I did get overtaken. A guy went absolutely flying past. He had a final kick of a mule as he went through. I couldn't keep up. But I got a PB! Here is the final results. 29th position and a 23-minute 13 5 kilometre, which also gave me a third in my age bracket, which is good news all round. Love it. So, let's see what scores I've given it. For scenery, I've given it a 6. It was fairly nice. It was a nice little park. It looked quite pretty when running down the tunnel where the old rail track used to be. But again, it was just back and forth along the same area. There was a nice river, but that was only if you walked to the course. It wasn't actually part of the course itself. So I think 6 is fairly good for that. For difficulty or PB ability, I gave it an 8. It was fairly flat most of the way. Slight little slope, like I said, just to weed out the weak. But other than that, maybe a few routes that could be a bit hazardous along the underground bit. But no, fairly good track, so an 8. For route layout, I gave it a 4. It was an out and back. Well, not just an out and back, it was an out and back and out and back. So yeah, quite repetitive. So 4 was a solid choice for that, I think. For facilities, I gave it a 7.5. There's a really nice cafe there for afterwards and the toilets. If you want a nice cold brew or a hot brew, depending on your choice of drink afterwards. The parking was a bit iffy though. There's on-street parking around the area, or like what I did, park at Tesco's and walk up along the river. Benefit being it is quite a pretty little area. And there's also the Harvey's Brewery there, which looks quite cool. For X Factor, I gave it a 0. I mean, there wasn't anything massively special about it, but a good run overall. So that gives it a final score of 25.5, or a percentage of 63.8. So fairly good ranking there, but where does it go in the rankings, I hear you ask? Well, have no fear, because as usual, the poorly made graphic is here. So that score of 25.5 puts Malling Rec in a 4th place. No space on the podium for it today, with Wakehurst taking 1st place still, Seaford Beach in 2nd, and Uckfield in 3rd. So where will I go next? Please leave a comment in the comments below, I suppose. I'm suggesting where I could go, and yeah, we'll see if any of them can knock off Wakehurst Place from its 1st place position. So yeah, catch you in the next episode. Cheers, bye.